What's good, peeps? Thanks always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so Devin Haney got the win over Abdullayev yesterday. Takes his record to, is it 25 or 26-0 with 15 knockouts at 20 years of age? Fucking hell. At 20 years of age. That's incredible. I'm guessing Canelo had a record like that. Canelo started very young as well, didn't he? I'm guessing he had a record like that, but there won't be too many boxers with a record like that. That's incredible. I got an email immediately after Devin Haney won. It came through immediately after. It's as though the person wrote the email because they were that confident that Devin Haney was going to look impressive and win, and press send as soon as Devin Haney got the result yesterday. It was a long email, but the main question in the email was, do I think Devin Haney is boxing's next superstar? I should have replied the email. I'm kind of replying to you now, but I should have replied the email directly and asked, what do you mean by superstar? Because I do think there are levels in boxing, right? Level of superstardom in boxing. But I'm going to guess you're talking about top draw superstar. If that's what you're talking about, let me very quickly break down I had to roll up my sleeves. Let me quickly break down the criteria for being that level of a superstar. You're talking about casual following, you're talking about crossover appeal, you're talking about pay-per-view attraction, or obviously now with the zone, buy rate being good, or people signing up. You're talking about obviously becoming a world champion, not just a world champion, but unless you're a heavyweight, a multi-world champion. You're talking about being a very, very good boxer. I was going to say great boxer, but I don't think you have to be a great boxer. But I think you have to be a very, very good boxer. The reason I say you don't have to be a great boxer is because I think AJ is a superstar. I think he's in that top draw level, and I don't think he's a great boxer. But I do think if you're not a heavyweight, anything below, you have to be a great boxer. So those are, and I could probably go on and find a bit more, but those are like 5 or 6 basic things you need, I think, to become a very top draw superstar. So I guess the answer to the question is, let's pump the brakes a little bit, right? I mean, I like Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney's a good boxer. I don't even know if he's a great boxer yet. I think he's a good boxer. I think he looks good right now, but I think anyone that has a bit about them, anyone with something a bit special can look great when you find at this level of opponent. Anyone, right? You look for his record. He hasn't really beaten anyone of note yet. Decent people, but no one of note. So I think anyone can look really, really special at fighting these kind of level of opponents. I've been burnt before. I'm going to mention 2 names, and those guys have gone on to do really good things. You could argue one of them kind of maybe did touch that superstar status, but those 2 guys looked phenomenal at the kind of fringe, just below fringe world level. And when they stepped up, they didn't look that great, right? And those 2 guys are Andre Berto and Adrian Broner, AB. Those guys looked fantastic. Andre Berto, I thought was going to be something outrageous. Outrageous, had everything. Foot speed, hand speed, stepped up just another level. And that other level was Collazo. The first time I saw him fight Collazo, I was like, yeah. Same with Adrian Broner. So it's good that Devin Haney looks fantastic now, but I kind of expected him to look fantastic now because I don't think he's really fighting at a level where we can judge him yet. Not yet. But look, I do think that he has a lot. I think his size is massive, right, at the weight. He's definitely a guy that you think could go to 147, and maybe, depending upon matchups, even 154. He's very, very big. Very big. I mean, I saw him do like a little standoff face-to-face with Terence Crawford. He's as big, if not bigger, than Terence Crawford. So I definitely think he can go 135, 140, and 147, guaranteed. 154 might be pushing it, but catch weights, etc., who knows. The division he's in as well, 135 pounds. Bloody hell, that division's stacked, right? It's stacked. I mean, obviously, Gervonta Davis has now jumped up the division. I'm sure a few 130-pounders are going to follow him up. Teofimo Lopez, Richard Comey, Luke Campbell, and obviously Vasil Lomachenko. I like the call-out of Loma, but he is so far away from that fight, it's scary. So far away. Again, it's all well and good beating and sometimes embarrassing the level of opponents that you're fighting now, those guys, I don't want to say they're not coming to win, but they're coming for a paycheck, right? That's what they're coming for. That's the most important thing. You step up a level and the guys are coming for a paycheck and they're coming to win and they're coming to be world champions. I mean, shit changes. Shit changes very quickly. The reads are different. The looks are different. They're hungry. They're as strong as you. They're as big as you, minus Loma. It's a completely different minefield. So again, I appreciate the Loma call out, but he's not ready for that fight at all. Even in his wins, and this is not me being overcritical because I think he's a very good talent, but even in the wins against the fringe guys, the lower level guys, I see mistakes. And I'm thinking, oh my God, if Loma had that read or that lazy jab or that bit of, he's eating you for fun. So if Eddie Hearn is smart, and I think Eddie Hearn will be smart, although he's mandatory for Loma, it's a fight that he's clearly not ready for. He's not ready for. Not at 20. He's not ready for. He doesn't have enough experience to get in there with Loma at all. I think the matchmaker for Matchroom and DAZN have a very tough job on their hands when it comes to Devin Haney. You want to get him fights that kind of propel him forward, right? Fights that take him to the next level, fights that excite him, fights that then excite the fans. But you don't want to put him in with someone that is a big risk. You don't right now because you are building him, right? So it's going to be tough. It won't be easy. But going back to the superstar question, again, if we're talking top draw superstar, so, I mean, look, again, I mentioned Adrian Broner. He was a superstar. But if you're talking top draw, then there's only been, in the last 15 years, there's probably only been 6 or 7. That's how difficult it is. Obviously, Pac-Man, Mayweather, Canelo, I think Joshua. I think you can chuck Joshua in there. Who else? Miguel Cotto. There hasn't been that many. Obviously, the end of Oscar. There hasn't been. It's very, very difficult if you're talking top draw superstar. So I guess the answer to the question would probably be no. He can't be, just because, again, it's very difficult to be that guy. But I hope he can, because I wish him good luck. He seems like a very nice guy. Again, there is some talent there. I would also pump the brakes on people's excitement level over the talent just because of who he's fought. Let's see him in there against a few live dogs first, a few real live dogs where it's kind of 50-50 fights or 60-40, maybe even when he's an underdog, to really see the talent. But for now, I just hope he continues to progress the way he's progressing. But yeah, pump the brakes on the next superstar talk. Peace.